Hey y'all, it's the next morning. Just got up and read my Bible, and I read this verse, Luke 16:10, and it was saying how if you're faithful with little, then you'll be faithful with much. And if you're unrighteous with little, you'll be unrighteous with much. Especially for me, I feel like sometimes maybe I don't get the much in my life because I'm irresponsible with the little. I can't expect God to give me more when I show over and over again that I am unrighteous or, irresponsible with the little that He's given me. I feel as though every day is like training, not necessarily training to get somewhere, but training to sustain where you're at now, training to learn how to better handle where you're at now, and also training for the future. Yeah, it's training for the like distant future, but it's also training for like the present future, like tomorrow. What you do today sets you up for tomorrow. And it makes me think, because when we're irresponsible, when we're unrighteous with the little, it brings unsavory consequences, and those consequences that we live in, sometimes we feel as though those are tests or trials from God. But I feel as though a lot of things that I go through, we kind of bring things on ourselves because of our sinful nature. This is why we have this consequence. It's not necessarily that God is testing us, but that we made a decision. Here's the consequence for it. If we had made a better decision, we would have got a better consequence. So I do feel as though God walks with us through every consequence, you know what I'm saying? But He's not going to avert a consequence because that's the choice we made. So I need to make faithful choices with the little I have. That way my consequences in turn are better. And so then I can be blessed with more, So don't be so quick to, and I speak to myself on this one, I need to not be so quick to want more, but I need to be quicker at learning how to better sustain the little that I have. I need to work on nurturing and caring for diligently with the little that I have before I ask God to bless me with more, because I don't want to be irresponsible with more. But I've seen in my life that I can be very irresponsible with the little. So my irresponsibility, my unrighteousness is keeping me from the much, So I have to remind myself that it's not necessarily that God hasn't given it to me yet, but it's that I haven't learned the lesson that He wants me to learn. And so I'm going to stay in this position until I learn it, hence the training. If you're training the process, the preparation, it's not necessarily fast. Sometimes it can be slow. Sometimes it can be quick. It's all based upon how fast I learn the lesson, how fast that lesson becomes a habit, and how fast that lesson becomes second nature, to where when I do elevate, I don't have to worry about, I need to do this. Isn't like, no, it's already second nature. Like, I'm already doing it. So I'm still getting to that point, tapping into what God has already equipped me with. He's equipped me to be faithful with a little. It's just that I haven't tapped into it. For some reason, maybe I'm not at a point where I'm willing to do the work, but I feel myself getting to that point where I'm willing to do the work, where I'm willing to tap in and access what He's already equipped me with. For me, sometimes I pray that God give me this, God give me that, but it's like, what if He's already given it to me and I'm simply just horrible at the manual? Like, what if I just need to learn myself better and learn God better? That way I can fully access what He's already given me. Because right now I feel like sometimes I'll be using like 15-10% of what He's given me, when so like there's so much more learning myself and in Him that I can do before elevating. So don't rush the process, don't rush the preparation, don't rush the training, but be faithful in your training. Be diligent and vigilant in your training. That way it can stick, you know? I just wanted to pop in and say that I hope that no one thinks that this training is something that we necessarily have control over. God has laid out a plan for our life. We can either go along with the plan or we can go against the plan. If you're going to go along with the plan, that requires faithfulness. And even when we're not loyal, he's still there, and he still walks with us through every consequence, whether it's good or bad. I guess for me, I just want to learn what I need to learn in an obedient way. That way I can possibly not run into those bad consequences that I probably could have avoided had I learned what I need to learn in a way that was healthy. So yeah, that's really what I'm trying to convey in this video. So that was my little rant for today.